Welcome all, this is Mr. Dewberry and I am hoping to take you through a How to Beat the Barbarian Bowl playlist. So today I am going to open a couple of chests and then we're going to make a start pushing on through. So we've got some Barbarians, level 3. A couple more Archers, some Minions. Our deck is not quite ready to upgrade anything. Archers are getting very close, and Musketeer I've bought a few more because they were in the shop today. I bought a couple more of those, but they start getting expensive quite quickly, so I've only bought a few. I'll get some more in the chests fairly quickly, so we can then get those upgraded, and possibly the mini P.E.K.K.A in future episodes. So anyhow, we've collected gathered 20 cards, which we have now got. There are 72 cards in the game, so we don't have very many yet, but we've got enough to get past Arena 3, which is the Barbarian Bowl. Let's crack on and have our first battle and see what happens. Okay, he's level 4 King Tower. We've got our Giant Valkyrie and we have a mini P.E.K.K.A ready to go. So let's put the Giant in. What's coming down to us today? A very scary Goblin Hut. That won't do too much damage. Each Spear Goblin will take off a small amount, but we're really not too concerned. Let's put the Valkyrie in behind the Giant. That will push the Giant along a touch, and he's put down a Barbarian Horde, and he's put down a Musketeer. Now I'm going to use the mini Dragon on this because it provides splash damage. Now his Skeleton Army did manage to get rid of the Giant, even though the Valkyrie was there, because that wasn't quite far enough ahead, but we've still managed to get through that quite happily, and we're going to continue with a little push with the mini P.E.K.K.A. So see what's going on here. He's managed to get a good defence there, but he has lost 900 points. We're going to put down our Musketeer to deal with the baby dragon, and we're going to use the Goblins to deal with his mini P.E.K.K.A. That will turn around before it gets to the tower, so we're not going to lose anything, and that's a 4 for 2 elixir trade, so that's always good news. And our Musketeer can now have a Giant supporting it, and we might as well put down that Valkyrie. We know he's got Barbarian Horde, we know he's got Skeletons, so as soon as our Valkyrie can get in there and start dealing with that mass of troops, that's going to be useful. There's his first tower gone, and we probably don't want to put anything more down on the right at the moment. We should probably concentrate our efforts now on thinking about the left hand side and whether we can get his second tower. His troops are coming down. We could fireball those, in fact I might in a moment, but I'm going to put the mini P.E.K.K.A down on the left first. Oh yes, with the Skeleton Army, might as well put a nice fireball in there. That'll take out his Musketeer and all his Skeleton Army. 8 elixir gone with 1 fireball. So he's running another mini P.E.K.K.A down towards us. That calls for the Goblins, obviously. Goblins in. He's trying to use his mini baby dragon as well this time round. Well, we can put in a Musketeer to deal with that. He's putting in a Musketeer to deal with our Musketeer, and so a Valkyrie there with a mini P.E.K.K.A push behind it would be quite suitable. I'm tempted to fireball that lot. There we go. Don't need to particularly because of the Valkyrie, but we'll see what happens there. I mean, we've got this comfortably at the moment. He's got 30 seconds left. Baby Dragon at the back should deal with his remaining Barbarian. Musketeer to deal with that, and some Goblins in to deal with his mini P.E.K.K.A. Well, the Goblins went the wrong way, but we still got them. The Valkyrie should deal with his Goblin army, Skeleton Army quite happily, and he's, not going to be taking this back victory home. 7 seconds to go. I don't really mind whether his tower falls or not. We're not going to be 3-crowning him, but we are going to take the victory. Let's move on to the second match. Searching for opponent, that's not a good sign. Last time that happened, my internet died badly. Let's pray that it doesn't do the same again this time. So Ivan, Nova Esports, King Tower 4. Right, so he's got put down a Giant and a Skeleton Army. Well, let's put our Valkyrie down to deal with his Skeleton Army, and let's put the mini P.E.K.K.A down to deal with the Giant. We can then put our Giant down with whichever one we fancy in a moment. He's putting down a Goblin Barrel to take out a Valkyrie, which is a really stupid idea. Valkyries like dealing with swarm troops. Now I've put my Giant in just before he put in his cannon. He's pushed his cannon through, that's fine, but Our giant's made it to his tower, so it's now going to start doing a little bit of damage. Some goblins in there just to do a little bit of extra. And you'll notice I've completely ignored his minions, because frankly they do nothing. Not at this level anyway. Now I could deal with his Valkyrie, but there's no urgency to do so. We might as well start another push on the other side, and I'm going to start it with the baby dragon. We've now got our Valkyrie ready to deal with his big mass of skeleton army. And he's put a goblin barrel in a slightly better position this time. He hasn't tried to use it against our Valkyrie. But we've got a musketeer going in, and we might as well put a little push on with the mini P.E.K.K.A. We've got plenty going on here. So that could be enough to take out his second tower. And we need to get his final tower. Well, we don't need to. We might as well try for the final tower, as we've got a minute and a half left. We're only halfway into the game. My musketeer's doing quite a bit of damage there. He's putting down a prince, so this is where we need to distract the prince, otherwise it will hit our tower. Goblins are good for distractions. I'm going to take him out with the archers actually on this occasion, and the Valkyrie in there to deal with the skeleton army. He's obviously not getting anywhere near our towers here. Goblin barrel coming in. Let's put the baby dragon down. He's clustered them all on the left, so they're on the same side, and the splash damage will hit all three at once. So 60 seconds left, double elixir. This is always a fun time, just to almost play everything at this point. I'm not too worried about strategy. He's going to lose that tower. It's going. Goodbye, Mr. Tower! Hurrah! Okay. As you can see, I don't always try and go for a 3-crown victory, but sometimes they just, well, happen. Gold chest we might as well get unlocked. Next one coming up. So another 4 king tower. Our Valkyrie's ready in action. Our baby dragon's ready. We might as well use some goblins against his giant, unless he puts anything else down with it. He hasn't, so oh, we've got a baby dragon coming into play. That's a little bit annoying, because that will work on our goblins quite happily. I'm going to put my baby dragon to go against his baby dragon and support it with the musketeer. He's managed to take quite a lot off our crown tower already. That's not good news. Witch coming through, so that's an obvious choice for the Valkyrie, which will take out the witch. So whilst he's taken a good deal of damage on our tower, we might be able to get quite a bit back here, particularly with a push with the mini P.E.K.K.A. on the right. The damage might be spread across both towers, or we might just annihilate his first tower like that. You can see our musketeer doing the damage to his cannon from the other side of the arena. That's always handy. Has a good range on it. His mini P.E.K.K.A. will take it out, but we can distract that with our goblins in a moment. And we shouldn't lose any on the crown tower there, because the goblins will distract him long enough to get rid of him before he can make a hit on our tower. So let's get this giant ready to go on the right. He's determined. I'll give him that. Right, baby dragon this time. I don't have anything else suitable. Valkyrie maybe. If he takes the tower, he takes the tower. I'm not so worried. We have a lot of damage done on his tower already. And we've got a giant on the way down there. He's not got much to defend it with. You can see he's putting his troops alone. Troops are always best and most efficient when they're paired with something else. And if he's putting down troops in isolation, it means he's running low on elixir. So he's going to try and defend his king tower probably, so our mini P.E.K.K.A. can hopefully run in and take out his right hand tower. As you can see, he's just spent 4 on his mini P.E.K.K.A., which again will die to our goblins when it comes down this end. You can see the strategy of my deck here. Just use low troops. You've got 3 of them, so his troop can only hit 1 at a time. So we get a good elixir trade-off, and that will help us continue to win against him. So Valkyrie going in here on the left to defend against the giant. It might take out the tower, but we're already winning by a tower, and his king tower is almost dead, so we really don't mind. Mini P.E.K.K.A. in. It's quite a quick troop. He has to react quite quickly. He's reacted with his mini P.E.K.K.A., but it wasn't quite enough. Our baby dragon's obviously doing a bit of a fun job. I'm going to throw in a fireball there just to help make sure we finish that off. As you can see, this game is about strategy. Okay, so hopefully we need 2 crowns to get our crown chest, so we need at least 2 from the final battle. If we lose this one, well, if we can get 1 and then 1 in the next battle after that, we'd at least get our crown tower. Oh, friendly chap, right, hello. Giant Valkyrie. Oh, he's really friendly. Let's be really friendly back. He's wasting time. If he doesn't put anything down, we get an elixir advantage because our elixir is still building and he's just wasting his. Musketeer coming down, fair enough, and a Barbarian Horde. So I would think a Baby Dragon for the Barbarian Horde, perhaps a Valkyrie on the ground as well to deal a little bit of damage there. Notice his Musketeer is not attacking our Baby Dragon at the moment, it's too focused on the Giant, which is good news because there are only two units at this stage. I mentioned before, only the Archers and the Musketeer, which can actually hit the Baby Dragon, so this is good news. His Musketeer is all but dead. It's done enough damage, however, to get his mini P.E.K.K.A through to our tower for a hit. Slightly annoying. I put the Archers down there just to make sure. It doesn't really make any difference, but I'm going to put my Giant in above them as I've put them down to make sure they have some defence. Let's put the Baby Dragon over the top. His Prince will come through and try and hit our Giant, but of course we have got the Baby Dragon and the Archers in behind, and the Baby Dragon is doing splash damage and hitting his Crown Tower at the same time, which is always helpful. I'm still thinking about fireballing it, of course. I might Musketeer it. Oh, he managed to actually hit my tower first. Unfortunately, my tower's going to fall there. That was a bit delay and slow from me there, which was not good. Right, so Giant coming down on the left. You'll see he's switched to that side. Obviously trying to go for the second tower. He's put stuff down. Let's put our mini P.E.K.K.A down on that right hand side and try and deal with his tower whilst distracting his mini P.E.K.K.A on this side. We'll put the Valkyrie down in behind the mini P.E.K.K.A in between him and the Giant, because that will hopefully then make a start there. So we've evened the score now with that mini P.E.K.K.A push. His Giant's still working on us and he's trying to rocket us here. This is not friendly, but okay, let's make a bit of a push here then to try and get some off his tower, because we know he's got a rocket in store. His rocket can take quite a lot off our tower quite quickly, so if he's left with 400-ish left, he will be able to defeat us. So we've got to take this tower down now before he finishes in the final seconds. Okay, so we've done that task. We might as well move on now to defence. Ideally we don't want him to get the second one down and have a draw or go into overtime. We want to deal with it fast. But we're going to have to take our hits when we get them. At the second, we need to defend against this mini P.E.K.K.A and Musketeer combination. Everything's coming down from me on this side at the moment. He's not quite got it down into rocket territory. He's only got 10 seconds left. That rocket will not do enough damage. You can see it only took 300, and he won't cycle around to his rocket again, so we've done enough here, and that will be a victory, even though it's not. There we go, game over. It wasn't a 3 crown, but it was enough to secure the victory. Okay, so another 4 straight. Hope that was enjoyable. Let's have a quick look and see what we get in our crown chest as the reward. It's an arena 3 crown chest, so it'll have a little bit more than the previous ones. So we've got a tombstone, a few cannons, a few more giants. They're helpful in the current deck, and a whole stack of barbarians. There's nothing wrong with these cards. Barbarians are quite useful and they can be used as a powerful tank. If you want to, you could take out your giant and put barbarians in instead, but what I would recommend is waiting until you've got enough barbarians to counteract the fact that you've already upgraded your giant a little bit. So hold off on that until you're ready. But for now, I will say good night. I may not be around tomorrow. Apologies if there is a 48-hour delay, but I will try and get the next video up as soon as possible. Do subscribe if you've joined this one. Many thanks.